Hello guys, I'm Kang.
I'm Wang,
I'm Joel.
I'm Jason.
and we are Group IMechE from Scientific Inquiries, and this video is about
Climate change.
Climate change is one of the most intensely studied phenomena in the world today. Thousands of studies conducted by researchers around the world have documented changes in land, air, and ocean temperatures. Along with the glacial melting, shrinking sea ice, rising sea levels, ocean acidification, and increased atmospheric water vapor. Here's a brief summary of what we know so far about our changing climate. Global atmospheric concentrations of carbon dioxide have reached 410 parts per million for the first time in about 3 million years. In comparison, just 50 years ago, CO2 levels stood at 325 parts per million. Carbon dioxide prevents solar energy from radiating back to space, effectively warming the atmosphere. The 5 warmest years on record were the last 5. The 20 warmest occurred in the last 22 years. Since the year 1900, the average global temperature has risen 1 degree Celsius or 1.8 Fahrenheit, with 2/3 of these increased in the last 44 years. Without major reductions in CO2 emissions, temperatures could reach 5 degrees centigrade or 9 degrees Fahrenheit over pre-industrial levels by the year 2100. The perspective on how radical that is, a 2.8 degrees centigrade drop was enough to bury a portion of North America under a towering mass of ice 20,000 years ago. Wildfire season across the globe is 20% longer than it was in 1980, as a direct result of a warmer, drier climate. In the western United States, between 1986 and 2003, wildfires burned nearly 4 times as often, covered 6 times the land area, and lasted 5 times longer compared to the years 1970 and 1986. At the same time, heavy rainfall is increasing in intensity and frequency. The peak rate of rainfall during storms has increased by 30% over the past 60 years. Remarkably, the speed of hurricanes and tropical storms has slowed by about 10% in the last 70 years, with landfalling Atlantic hurricanes slowing by 20%. A slower storm means that inland areas will experience increased flooding. The rise of extreme weather events like hurricanes has already taken a heavy toll. Since 1980, they have cost the United States alone over $1.1 trillion. Average sea levels have risen by 18 to 20 centimeters or 7 to 8 inches over the last century. In the United States, the incidence of daily tidal flooding is accelerating in more than 25 Atlantic and Gulf Coast cities. The sea level rise of as much as 2.4 meters at the end of the century cannot be ruled out. If that happens, a range of coastal cities including New York, Tokyo, London, Mumbai, Bangkok, Amsterdam, and the entire nation of Bangladesh will be underwater. Recent studies project that by 2050, over 143 million people could be forced to migrate directly due to climate-related events in Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa, and South Asia. The consequences of human-induced climate change are altering the world as we know it, so quickly we may not be able to prepare and adapt. Though many still choose to avoid thinking about climate change or treat it as an unproven possibility, its effects are blatant and escalating. There is no denying that it is here.
People nowadays are completely unsure about climate change.
They don't think they're important. They don't think they play an important role in dedicating themselves for climate change.
So today, we want to tell you a story in which that we are all the main characters.
Based on our survey, 92% of respondents state that they've heard of climate change, and 85% of them said it's important. 92% of respondents agree that we can do something to tackle climate change, yet only less than half of them have actually taken an action. People are not taking the initiative to take a move, but instead, they are blaming the government and industrial section for not taking the lead. People still think that one small contribution from each of them doesn't count much.
So as you can see, not a big part of us are playing our role in making changes.
But actually, what we can do is actually more than what we can think.
Our planet is slowly dying. Our people are slowly fading. The rich tells us that it's a lie, but science proves to us that it's happening. There is no denying that climate change is real. The weather patterns are more extreme. The sea levels are rising fast, but yet the change is slow. We want to inspire another human to push for a change, to push forward. We can make it happen now. We are the people. We need to come together. We need to stop dividing each other and focus on our home. Change happens when we come together. We have the power. We have the power. We need to raise our voice. And every time we come for a change, we made it happen. We must not waste another day without at least trying to give our next generation a better chance. We must decide to make this planet a better place. A better place to grow. We need to act now.
Hey guys, let's go Billion. I'll drive.
Why don't we just take the UTP bus?
Yeah, it's free anyway.
Oh, since when UTP got this kind of service?
Let's go.
I'll bring you there. I'll bring you there.
Go, you see? There's a bus provided by UTP. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It is estimated that in the United States alone, public transport use reduces carbon emission by around 37 million tons per year. A single person switching from a personal car to public transport can reduce their household carbon footprint by up to 30%.
Bro, it's time for lunch. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Hey bro, why don't you switch off the light?
Why need to switch off the light?
Yeah, it's only a few cents on the city bill.
Actually, it isn't just a few cents. Electricity is generated in most parts of the world by the burning of fossil fuel. Enormous amount of coal and petroleum is being used every day, and spikes of air pollution is released into the atmosphere due to heavy production of energy.
Hey,
where are you going?
I'm going to Tabao my lunch. How about you?
Oh, I'm also going to. Where's your container?
They are providing free plastic bags, so why do we need a container?
Benefits of reducing and reusing materials includes the prevention of waste pollution and the reduction of greenhouse emission that contributes to global climate change.